I'm doing great, Seth. How are you? Well, yes, that or some kind of awesome thunderstorm comes rolling through. That's when you know it's fair season in Illinois, and you're looking around going, "Now, where's the storm shelter?" Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, it'll be great. Yeah, it'll be hot, but we know that down in the hollow and we're prepared for it. But yeah, we are watching for the storms that pop up. But otherwise, I think the kids are ready. I think we're ready. It's fair time in Menard County in beautiful Petersburg. Yes. Yeah, like in Menard County, the general projects, which are the non-animal projects, they actually show in Sangamon County with the Sangamon County kids, which also do not show during the Sangamon County Fair. So about a week after the Sangamon or 2 weeks after the Sangamon County Fair is done, then we rent the fairgrounds for a weekend and we have our general project show on the Saturday, and then some of our livestock shows that Saturday. Sunday we have more livestock shows. All of the items are on for exhibit for the public, and so we do it not with the fair itself. And Menard County does the general projects. Now, Menard County does its livestock show with the fair. So the livestock shows, the 4-H kids will go. They're during the fair, but they're not with the open or the junior show. They have separate judging times, but they are happening at the same days. Well, very, very good. In fact, we have so many new young 4-Hers in Menard County that this is the second year we've done something a little special. We were talking about how we do the general projects with Sangamon County in New Berlin, but we've got so many new clover buds. That's what we call our young ones who aren't quite 8 yet, who want to be a part of 4-H. That they had their own clover bud show at Menard County on Sunday to kind of open the fair before the full fair got started. So obviously that's a great indication that we've got a lot of young new members excited about 4-H and enough that they can have their own clover bud show. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. And, we find that kids' confidence levels rise as they work through the judging process, and they learn how to talk to an adult. They learn to explain their project. They learn to assess it, what went well, what didn't go well. They learn they say the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat sometimes, and that's okay. I mean, those are all very important lessons that we take with us throughout our whole life. Well, I will just say that the kids have worked really hard to prepare their projects. So tomorrow we're going to have the sheep show at 8 a.m. Um, the sheep are goats. I mean, I love all the animals, so it's a good thing I do what I do for a living because because I do truly enjoy seeing all the animals, seeing the kids working with their animals and what they've learned. So we got sheep tomorrow. Thursday are rabbits. Rabbits is really getting popular. We're getting more and more kids interested in it. I think it's a small animal that folks can even have in their backyards. So I can see why that's getting to be more popular. And the kids learn just as much about taking care of animals. I've obviously taking care of a steer there's a lot of responsibility to a very large animal, and there's needs for facilities, and that's a great demand. But I think kids can learn a lot about responsibility and care, and learning just about the health and understanding the systems of their animals from a cute little rabbit. And it's a great gateway for folks who don't have an opportunity to have an area for larger livestock. So that rabbit shows on Thursday, swine shows on Friday, 7 a.m. We do that early because pigs don't like to be hot, and neither do we. And then that night is master showmanship on Friday night. We round it out on Saturday morning with beef. Yeah, well, for the most part, we're in a show ring. So we're covered. I would say the exception to that is if obviously there was some sort of tornado warning, which I have lived through a 4-H show that was under the threat of a tornado. So we've sought shelter. I don't ever want to experience that again, but we do keep an eye on the weather, obviously. If something like that was going on, we wouldn't be doing it. I could see if there was massive rain and it was flooding or lightning, but beyond that, normal summer stuff, we go on with the show. Absolutely. Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. So before we know it, Logan County Fair will be here. I always kind of think of that as it's the beginning of the closeout of summer, but that can't seem possible this year. It has just went so fast. But yeah, our general project show is on July 28th. It's kind of a kickoff for the Logan County Fair. And Logan County is one of those counties where we do everything in conjunction with the fair. So our show kicks off the fair, our general project show, and then our livestock shows happen in conjunction with the regular county fair, and beautiful fairgrounds, lots of improvements. If you've never been to the Logan County Fair, you need to go. It's a really, really great event, great facilities. So general projects is on Monday, July 28th. And then we have the whole gamut of the livestock shows. So we start with rabbits on Tuesday morning. And then we have swine show at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, July 30th. Then we also have our goat show at 2 o'clock at the Livestock Pavilion on Wednesday, July 30th at 2 p.m. Our sheep show is Thursday, July 31st at 9 a.m. Beef show is Thursday, July 31st at 9 a.m. And then, of course, our master showmanship contest closes it out Thursday, July 31st at 2 p.m. And master showmanship is just a really amazing program event. If you've never seen it, highly encourage you. Thursday, July 31st, 2 p.m. Be there. Logan County Fair. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have a dog show. And actually, we do that in conjunction with our Sangamon County 4-H shows. And it's a unit-wide show. So our Sangamon, Menard, and Logan kids all get to come together, show their dog obedience, show their understanding and care and training of dogs. And I think the kids enjoy, because it's unit-wide, we get to really get those kids together who have that shared interest. And it was a great show. We had a really good show. And that was during Sangamon County. Well, we hope that they have done that. Their 4-H'er has done a great job of working with them so they can be nice with each other. I think the dogs enjoy it. They do. They get to make new friends. You bet. Well, this year it falls kind of in that last of July, 1st of August. Sometimes in some years it floats into July more, and other years it floats more. It just depends on the calendar for that particular year. So this year it feels earlier. Yeah, State Fair is it's usually kind of that second week in August, or it depends. It floats too, but I always like to go to the Twilight Parade, which kicks it off on that Thursday night. That's always fun to go to. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good again. We've got, in fact, we're having enough we're having enough 4-H'ers that, we're really working hard to get enough volunteers to to judge them. So if you've ever had an interest in helping young people, we are always looking for judges in the 4-H system, and that's true of any county, not just my 3 counties that I oversee in Logan, Sangamon, and Menard, but I know all of our various 4-H programs in the different counties are always looking for great judges. And what do you need to be a judge? You need to like children. You need to be able to have some expertise in an area, whether it be horticulture or arts or computers, and want to help young people develop their skills, talents, and self-esteem. That's, what's what we're looking for. Well, it seems like our most popular exhibit entries are for arts and crafts. So that is always an area where if we had more judges that want to assist, it's helpful because the kids have to wait less. If you got a big backlog and kids get anxious, they're thinking about their project and they're worrying. So that is a very popular project area. In some of our other counties, it's kind of been different. It may be um, aerospace or drones or computers. Sometimes that's a little bit harder to get because I think people feel like they need more specialized knowledge to do those things. So sometimes it's a little harder to fill those, but we find that most of our judges, once they see the criteria they're looking for, and once they get into the groove, they realize that they don't, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to know everything to be a 4-H judge. Well, yeah, thanks for the opportunity to plug this up. They can call our office at 217-782-4617 and just say, hey, I have an interest in perhaps helping to judge at a 4-H show. You can also reach out to us online at extension.illinois.edu/LMS. That stands for Logan, Menard, and Sangamon. And you can reach out to us through the internet as well. And we would love to talk to you about how you can help 4-H kids, achieve their goals. Yes, just please take the opportunity to come by if you can and see the exhibits. They are on, display. And as far as the Clover Bud exhibits in Menard County that we had the show on Sunday, they're on display. You can go see those items. So come out to the fair and see what these young people are working on in Menard County. And then again, come out to the fair between July 28th and July 31st in Logan County, and not only see the wonderful projects that the kids have been working on in 4-H, but come out and see a wonderful fair. We really need to support our county fairs. They're really vital to our communities, and they provide just a wonderful source of family fun and entertainment that's generations deep. So support wherever county you're in. Go to your county fair. Yeah, so we have a whole series of webinars devoted to looking at our forests or and maintaining our stands of trees. And so that first forestry series event actually took place last week, but we've got one coming up tomorrow from 2 to 3 p.m. It's online and it's free, registration's free, and it's about the significance of how to manage legacy or older trees in our forest. We know that they are very important. Having that healthy forest, you have a mix of some of our new trees emerging, but we have our elders who stand tall, and we want to definitely take care of those trees. We will discuss the ecological and cultural significance of the trees across both forested and in cities where we have some of those elder trees that stand in our parks or in our neighborhoods. And we're going to explore how these trees can be managed to support and sustain the benefits they provide. And then they're going to talk. They're going to talk about past, current, and future programs and initiatives that advocate for trees. So you're going to learn about some programs that will help people say, "Hey, we want to keep trees. We want to make trees a part of our landscape." And Justin Vazo with the University of Illinois Extension Specialist in Forestry is going to actually be presenting that. So that's the first in the series, and that's July 16th. So actually, the first was Urban Trees. That was July 9th. This one's the second in the series, talking about those elder trees. Then on July 23rd, they're going to have another program that's staying inside the lines, best practices for fire breaks. So I actually lived in California for a little while, and when I did, fires, obviously we learned tragically this past year in California, the wildfires are a very serious threat. They spread quickly, they're very fast. If you lived in California any length of time, you learned about wildfires and fearing them. And flash forward about 4 years ago or so, here I am living where I live now, where the threat of wildfires is not really had not been a big pressing issue. Tornadoes, right, or flooding. And suddenly there were fires happening all around the area because it was dry. And I had a very scary incident where I could smell smoke and see smoke in the distance. And my brother, who helps with emergency management, calls me and says, "About 2 miles from you, there's a wildfire and it's spreading fast." And I was throwing things in my car, literally throwing things in my car. And I have a beautiful stand of trees between myself and the creek. And that just opened my eyes. It ended up being okay. They were able to suppress the fire. It didn't do any damage to property in that case, but it really opened my eyes to we have this issue and we do need to be prepared for it, even in the Midwest. And so this program on July 23rd from 2 to 3 p.m. is going to talk about helping to create fire breaks. When you're looking at grasslands or your forest, you want to be well designed, you want them correctly installed. They are your first line of defense to keep you safe from burning or from things spreading to your property or structures. So it's going to explore those basics, and I think that's really important for people who have property, especially if they have trees and vegetation. You really need to know about those fire breaks. Again, that's 2 to 3. July 23rd. It is free. You can register online on our website. And then the final part of that series is July 30th, Emerging Invasive Species. Invasive species won't burn your house down, but they sure can cause a lot of damage. So again, that's 2 to 3, July 30th, online, free, and you can register on our website. extension.illinois.edu/LMS. Mhm. Oh, thanks a lot, Seth. We appreciate it.